That was a hell of an intro.
Hello. Welcome
Oh,
to
you gotta get
Gotham. Gotham Knights. We're
Gotham
here.
Knights. Can I just jump real quick? This was the only way I was going to get Gotham Knights on my TV because I cannot afford a PlayStation 5.
Oh, well, it's hard to get one. It's like you got to get on a waiting list, and then it's like you may or may not get it. It's tough goings out there in the PlayStation streets.
Facts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, for real. So it's interesting that we're reviewing this show. I don't know. Why don't we just quick thoughts? Quick thoughts. What did you guys think about this episode, debut episode of Gotham Knights?
I remember when the Gotham Knights video game came out, and then I think if you told me that they specifically made a statement that they're not associated with the show.
It's not.
And I turned on this show wanting a dumpster fire. Like I was like, yeah, I can't wait to watch this shit so I can rag on it because I'm like, I'm ready to talk big shit. But I'm not mad at it. I can't lie. I'm not mad at it. It was like entertaining in a CW kind of way. Like it's the CW, so it's definitely corny. But we come to expect that. It's part of the CW charm at this point. And I will say that this new character, is
Turner.
it Tyler or
Turner.
Turner? He doesn't really fit the mold that we know so far from Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne has a type with his little kids that he likes to collect. It's little brown-haired boys.
I'm not gonna lie. When the way you terminized that, you made him sound like a predator. But
well, if the shoe fits, that's all I'm gonna say. But this is like a little.
I'm pretty sure he'll find a way to make that shoe fit. I'm sorry, I had to just throw that in there.
Just saying. No one's questioned this in Gotham. But anyway, but this is a Robin or an adopted son of his that apparently he has not trained in the way of combat or crime fighting, which is his usual bag, right? He gets a kid, he makes it a Robin, and they start fighting crime together. But he kept it secret from this kid throughout the whole of his adoption, which is different. Yeah, what did you guys think?
Well, I thought it was interesting because they're trying to tell a story of Batman in a different path, sort of sense, because the kid is an orphan, but then Batman pretty much just protected him his entire life and didn't expose him to the business, even though there are others that are exposed to the business, as we clearly learn later on in the episode, but didn't do that with his son. Felt like his son was his hero. He kind of he looked up to him in a sense where he had all of this strength, but after going through all this trauma, because one of the things that Bruce Wayne identified with this kid is that he was also an orphan. But who knows what his intentions were. What One thing that I do appreciate about this is that they literally kill off Batman in the beginning of the story. So that kind of brings you in because it's just like, where the hell are they going here? And then one of the things that happens with a lot of these superhero things is that we look for continuity with other sources of media. This is straight out the bat, like, I'm making this up. We're going so different here. And I'm interested, especially more than anything. I'm interested in learning more about the Joker's daughter because
Okay.
she's not only is she mad at the Joker, she's also mad at Harley Quinn. Like she
Yeah, it
was
makes me
helping.
wonder who's her mom because I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be Harley Quinn, but
me
apparently it's
too.
not.
That's what I was thinking too. Like when I was watching the show, I was thinking like, all right, is Harley Quinn the mom? Like, who's gonna play that? But Harley Quinn is not. She was just being talked about like a slut. So
Hmm.
it's there's a lot of unknowns, and then the other two, I don't know where they're from.
Me either.
The
I
twins, I have
tried to
no
look them
idea.
up. Something Rowe was their last name.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I was trying to remember who might have been connected to Roe or something like that, but I don't remember. So
Is it one of the twins? I know there was like the what's the name of these guys? I forget. They're villains in the Batman. Part of the Rogue Gallery. They were in the Batman movie. The twins that were like guarding the like doing security at the Iceberg Lounge.
I don't remember.
Oh
I
well,
don't
I was
remember.
like, well, maybe
I gotta
I'm.
watch. I gotta watch again. But I mean, the one thing that I did notice that came from other spaces was the Court of Owls. So
Yes.
I found that interesting, because they definitely brought that with it. So I don't know. I really don't know where they're gonna go, but I'm definitely at a point where I'm curious to see more.
Did you guys wonder where the other Robins were? Because if anything, right, if Batman dies, at the very least, Dick Grayson is showing his ass up there. He's the first Robin. He's going to be at the
But
funeral.
you know what though? But here's the thing: there was no Robin. Because if you listen to her, how she said, how like they pretty much met by accident. He was her hero. Dick Grayson was somebody that was another person that was adopted by Bruce Wayne, and then
Yeah,
more.
but wouldn't he have been like he graduated from Robin? I would assume, and it's now
Yeah.
Nightwing.
No, but the thing is, my point is just that Robin was living in the house. This girl is not. She's just she's basically the auxiliary of the police department. Like she is just the eyes and ears. And Batman called her his little Robin. You know what I mean? Like this is totally different. I think that there is no Robin in this movie. I mean, in this show, or at least in this depiction of Batman,
Hmm.
where we're associating Robin to be Dick Grayson, where like we're Boy Wonder or whatever.
Hmm.
I think that doesn't exist. I think this girl was literally just a fan of Batman, and then I found out who he was, and then just started helping him.
But you don't think that she's just like the next Robin in the row of Robins?
Mm-mm. I don't think there is.
Like
I
what's her
don't
name,
think there is
Cassandra?
a. Yeah, no, I don't think there is because then she would have been. She should be Batgirl. You know what? I'll be honest with you. During the fighting scene when she showed up and threw those things, I thought it was going to be Batwoman because
Yeah,
in
I thought she was gonna be
CW.
Batgirl too.
I know. I mean, Batwoman that we just saw in the Flash. That's what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because it was a red. It was the little bat thing was red and black,
yeah.
and you know what I mean. And then we see this girl fight, and I'm like, oh, all right, so she's in it. So maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe because maybe Bruce Wayne could have been helping her out. Who knows?
Do
But
you think that they were trying to hint off at her being Catwoman's daughter?
oh, that would be
No,
hot. That
are you
would be
talking about
hot. Somebody
the
was the Catwoman's daughter.
talking about
Yeah, I
the
think it could be Robin. The new Robin.
Mhm.
She's black. What other black character they got in it?
They changed the whole character up, so it's interesting.
For real.
So I was watching. I actually before we went on air, just a few minutes before, I was able to catch the ending and stuff. And real quick, Mama Bad Guy report here. She loved this.
Mm,
She
nice.
loved it. What's so funny?
This is this new segment of the show.
Yes,
Mama Bad Guy
I'm a
Report.
bad guy report.
yes,
She might
Mama
as well
Bad
do
Guy.
it herself.
Right, come on.
I'm trying to get on. I'm one day I'm gonna try to get on. I'm gonna try to get on.
Okay.
But I do the speaking for her. She loved this. She actually really loved this. She said this was better than Flash. So she definitely cheers to the water. So for me, Carrie, right, the black girl who's
Robin,
Robin. So I was thrown off at first because when I saw her, I was like, "Who's that?" But that is based off in the comics because there is a female. There's plenty of female Robins, but this is the one from I don't know if you remember, but Batman is like 60s, a lot older, and he looks a lot more not grumpier, but a lot more grunge. I feel like I'm making up words, but he's a lot
Batman
more.
Beyond?
Huh?
Batman Beyond?
No. It's a little bit.
He's
I don't
more
even know what
rugged,
the
more
timeline.
rough and tumble.
Yeah,
Beige.
rough and tumble. Thank you, rough and tumble. But there's a female. Her name is Carrie Kelly, and that's who she's based off of. But it threw me off because in the comics she's white. So when I saw her, I was like, "Oh,
Who her
okay."
mama? Who her mama in the comics? Is it Catwoman?
No, but in the comics, she's just a random girl who's inspired. Like she buys the Robin costume because she wants to be a Robin. Batman takes like an affinity to her, and then and sees where kidnaps her and adds her to the list of Robins. So she's not like related to any of the rogues or anything. I don't know what they're trying to do in this particular series, honestly. And I did ask stuff. I asked a few questions. You asked where the Robins were. I have a better question. Where the hell was Alfred? Where was Alfred?
If Batman's dead, Alfred's dead.
No.
Alfred became an Asian woman.
You can take the floor. That's fine.
Alfred is now an Asian woman.
No, but she mentioned Alfred, so he's.
She did? I didn't even know. She did.
She said that Bruce had Alfred and Timmy, whatever his name is, has her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I feel bad for Turner because first off, Turner is boring as hell. I could not get behind him at all. Matter of fact, let me tell you how boring this guy is, just so you understand. I went on Google to look up like the actors and stuff. His character didn't even show up because they were so ashamed of him. Turner is just ridiculously like So Gotham Knights, the video game, right? It's supposed to be Nightwing, Red Hood, Batwoman, and Robin. Fine, you wasn't gonna go that route. CW said let's do something different. Why? Why did you do that? Now you give me. Now I'm interested in Joker's daughter, but there's an interesting thing about her because in the comics she's this called. They label her Joker's daughter, but her last name is Dent, which is like Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
So I don't. Like I said, I don't know where the show is trying to go to. Now the other two kids, the brother and sister, I'm not familiar with them at all. Cassidy, what was her name? It was something Stephanie Brown. That's his best friend. She plays a Robin in the comics too.
Okay.
Stephanie Brown.
That's the Robin's name.
Yes, that's her name. But she's supposed to play, and I was telling my mother this. She's supposed to be like the Gambi. Like for us, I would use Gambi as a reference because she's good with the tech. She's so good with. I'm sorry, you want to take the floor with that?
Yeah, I was just thinking that scene just kind of took me off. I didn't like that scene. How she so quickly infiltrated the Batcave technology and stuff like that. It's like, come on now, it's supposed to be Bruce
Question.
Wayne.
If I could just take the floor real quick because my mother was really blown away by the Batcave. What did you guys? Yeah, I thought it was slick.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it.
I wasn't mad, but I do want to take the floor real quick and talk about how because everyone praises Batman. Batman is the best superhero of all time. This was how I viewed Batman. The way they just killed him off in 5 minutes. They just literally threw this man out the window. And I gotta say, the cowl, the mask, it looked horrible. CW didn't even try. They didn't even try. The way they threw him out the window, and he's black. I'm like, oh, so this is the guy who can be Superman, right? Look without prep time. This is what Batman looks like. Jackasses.
And not only that, he didn't look the stature of him. I know he fell over. Fell over, but he looked like too skinny to be Batman. Was it me? It just looked like he wasn't in shape enough. He didn't look in shape enough to be that Batman.
I didn't.
The show shouldn't exist.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know how you can tell if somebody's in shape.
Why you don't think that, Dan? Okay.
Sorry, when he was laying on the ground, he looked sickly. He looked stickly. I'm like,
right. How many people are gonna look great after being thrown outside of a building?
I'm not saying look great.
After being shot
phenomenal.
And then being thrown outside of a building, like, come on now, he's all out, like, come on, man. Like,
but you can tell if somebody had some weight on him. This man ain't had no weight. He looked decrepit. Like, how is this Batman?
Hold on. C's being really dismissive of Batman, and I love it. But let me take the floor here and let me tag in here. They probably figured, they said, listen, we're not even going to be talking about you after this episode, so let's just get you the hell out. Because they even had like the blood, like even the blood looked awful. It was just almost like they didn't even care about Bruce, and I love it. I love the disrespect on Bruce, but it was just Mhm.
it was probably the director. You know how some directors like to make cameos in their stuff, like in Night Shyamalan or whatever. It was probably the director. He was like, hey, let me just throw on the Batman mask, so at least he goes down in history as playing
See,
Batman once in his life.
and I can, and you know what? Probably so, but also too, I just want to sit there and say, I don't know what I was going to say. I just said I don't think they tried. That's what I want to get at.
Yeah. And
I
they
wanted
left
to
the
tag it.
Batman mask on in case they ever want to do flashback and they can get a real actor to do it. But
Mhm.
that's definitely the director or somebody behind that
They
phone
probably
as
just picked
Batman.
someone off the street. They just said, "Hey, we're doing this project. Do you care?" They're like, "Yeah, let's just
Then
do it."
you can say you've played Batman before. Why not? I would do it.
Yeah, I played Batman for a whole 5 seconds. Yay!
Hey, you'll go down in history as an actor who's played Batman.
Yeah, with nobody remembering you.
Yeah, no one's gonna
Hey,
remember that.
Nobody's gonna
No one's
remember
gonna
it.
remember. No one's gonna
they
remember.
I
would,
mean,
And
but
everybody
they
was
would have they
so,
remembered them before? No.
I mean, and it
He's
was
got
so
everybody
movies.
knows who
disrespectful.
Michael Keaton is. Everybody knows Michael Keaton is Batman. That's all.
Yeah, but
You say
there's a lot
that,
of
Mhm.
Batman
but
out
you
here.
know, and it was
Everybody
interesting.
knows Ben Affleck is Batman.
But
Everybody knows.
I did
Yeah,
want to
because
throw
those
out
are
because
ones we
you
know.
guys were talking about the connection between this and Batwoman. So here's the thing about Batwoman, from what little knowledge that I know, because I watched only very few episodes. Batman doesn't die in that; he just disappears.
Nice.
So I don't think there's any kind of connection with this in any kind of route. I mean, unless they do some kind of crossover thing at some point. But I feel like CW is at a tail end with DC because Flash is getting ready to end. We did a review yesterday about Flash, and we talked about Batwoman. She said, "You know where to find me," and I said, "Right, now it's CW." So I'm just saying, I don't know. That was good. I see you smiling. That was great. But I don't. There's no connection to me. I don't see any connection. Could it happen? Absolutely, because they can make some kind of crossover thing, but I don't see it. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I mean, personally, you notice how they're doing all these different spins on certain characters. Like, for example, Superman with Superman and Lois,
Mhm.
and the kids are teenagers, and they're just doing things different all over the place. And
Sure.
I think that that's what they're trying to do with Batman here. Gotham was very good because it was literally just the showcase of all of the characters prior to Batman coming. And I think that this right here is kind of like a post Batman Gotham. So that's kind of what I'm really looking forward to. Because at the same time, mind you, one thing that we don't know is how old Bruce Wayne was here.
From judging from the stature, he was an old man. This man was
Yeah, no, that's
He
what
was
I'm
like,
saying. Like,
I would say Batman at this point was 40, because like Batman.
no.
no, he could have been in his 60s already.
Yes,
So,
No,
that
like,
was about
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
but
Because
I do. I'm glad that you.
if you think about it, like, look, because a lot of time has passed. There's grown children already,
Hmm.
grown children from previous. No, no, grown children from previous relationships because the Joker's daughter is older than his relationship with Harley Quinn.
Yes.
So like a lot of time has passed. Like Batman really could have been
He's an
pushing
old
70.
man.
You
He
know
could
what
have been 50. I don't think 60, but I will give you 50. I would say 50 something. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I got a feeling that, like, and mind you, look,
Mhm.
oh, you're the Joker's daughter, so the Joker is somebody who has been established already. I mean, all I'm saying is that
Mhm.
this is the tailed end of his career. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like in
The
here,
telling of his life too.
no, no, in here,
This is
Batman.
like Batman Beyond
This
age
is this
Bruce
is like
Wayne.
Batman is like Rey Mysterio right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Getting a Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? That's basically what this guy is right now because this guy, and mind you, and here's the other reason why I think he got killed
This guy.
because this guy is old already. He doesn't know how the young people get down, and the young people came and shot him up and bang. You know what I mean?
I agree, Vic. I agree 100%. But I will say I was pleasantly surprised by this show. Like I came in, like I said, I came in wanting to rag on it and not like it, but I was entertained, and I'm definitely been watching the second episode. And Yeah, the only character that I do not like is Taylor, whatever his name is. I don't even know
I
his
see.
name.
Thank you. I cannot stand. No, it's Turner, because it's not
Yeah.
like Timmy. Like my favorite Turner is Timmy Turner. This guy
Okay.
sucks.
Timmy, Timmy,
I visibly got mad every time he got on the stage or on screen. And my mother was trying to say, "Oh, she said stuff," and I ignored it. But I was so fucking mad when I kept
Yeah,
seeing
he
him.
kind of sucks, but
No, he does.
maybe
He's
he'll get better.
boring. He seemed like someone who likes
He's
internals.
very privileged, very
um,
unlikable. In fact, there was one thing that I noticed, and while I was watching it, he was talking to Commissioner Gordon, and Commissioner Gordon was like, "Oh yeah, we'll solve the case, right?" And then he was like, "This is what this little jerk said." He said, "Without Batman, who's going to solve the murder of Bruce Wayne?" I'm like,
I kid you not. It's so funny you said that. My mother ate that line up completely.
Why? First of all, he's saying that to the commissioner. What kind of slap in the face? What happened to this? The whole goddamn Gotham City PD. Who's going to solve the murder of maybe the people whose job it is to solve murders? It's a literal slap in the face. And then it didn't make any sense.
I just think he's just dull. Like I don't find any interest. Like Joker's daughter. There's a. I did appreciate this scene. If I could just say this real quick. Because at first I was ready to rip the show apart. I did think the beginning was a little slow for me in the middle, but the end was pretty good. The end was pretty good. But I do appreciate this scene because it was a callback to Dark Knight, where she's in the police car and you see her like she put her head out and everything. If you remember the scene, I thought that was such a cool. I don't know if they did it on. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose, but I did appreciate that scene because I was like, "Yo, that's like a callback." I don't know. I got a little excited when I saw that because I didn't go on YouTube and I saw that and they were like, "Hey, that's a callback." I was like, "I called that first."
Very nice.
I
Well,
got a feeling this show is gonna go a little bit like How to Get Away with Murder, because I think it's gonna be a lot of callbacks. I think there's gonna be, I think that more than anything, they're focused on trying to tell the story of Batman's kid, Joker's kid, becoming detectives to try to solve this murder. Because like How to Get Away with Murder was very much that way, where they just doing showing all these clues to figure out who done it. And I got a feeling that this is very much that this is just a big like, oh, every single week we're gonna show you more clues and more clues and then figure out who had done it. I really don't see more than one season on this. I really think like this is just a roll of the dice to see what's gonna happen, because this shit is all over the place. It really is. Like look at the mixed feelings we got, look at all the questions that we got, look at everything. But honestly, like I'm here for it because for the last 20 years, we've literally just been rehashing everything that went on in the last century. And we really do need something new. As an
some
old man,
fresh.
you know what I mean? As an old man that gets nostalgic about everything, we really do need new shit. You know
All
what I mean?
right. Well, if you would like some more new shit from us, join us next week. We'll be talking about The Flash, possibly, depending on the quality of that episode. And then we'll be.
But real quick, if you look at the description of things, there's a description, there's a link to the wrestling side, there's a link to this lovely lady's YouTube page. Because what do you be doing, see, on your page?
Oh, well, I do trailer and movie reactions and just quick review shorts of new movies. So, my latest video was a Scream 6 quick review. And actually, tomorrow we'll be talking about it in depth right here on this channel, Scream 6. So, join us tomorrow night at 7.
Ooh, with that said, it was great to review Gotham. Now I feel like there's a lot of things we missed out, but we'll be back at it, and I'll be back with more reports from Mama Back.
All right. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.